Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. Okay, let's see what we got for you right now. Italian Beauty, check. This is a real good looking hatchback, I have to say, from the very beginning. Now, let me do a proper presentation. What we got for you right now, it's a 143 scale Alfa Romeo 145. One thing I have to say about Alfa Romeo, beyond their quality, beyond their reputation of rust and all these things that they kind of dragged with them for quite a while, this is a beautiful looking hatchback. It's quite fashionable. It's racy. It looks like a racy type of car. It's really, really good. I think Alfa Romeo does know how to make attractive looking cars back then, in the past, and in the present. Their quality, now that's a different issue. That's a different story. But we're talking about looks from the outside, they really got it going on. Some people may not like it. I think, my personal opinion, this is a home run when it comes to looks. Let's talk more about this beautiful car. The Alfa Romeo 145 basically was the hatchback of the 146. If you remember, the 146 is the sedan, the mid-size sedan, and this is the cutoff hatchback. Now, the 145 was only a three-door hatchback. And by the way, the other one, the 146, it was not a sedan, it was a five-door hatchback. It's just that it kind of looked like it had a trunk, but it didn't fully have a trunk. Now, the 145 was built between 1994 and 2000, and it was only built in Italy. No other plants around the world. No, no, no. Only Italy. And let me tell you, the 145 was a car that, when I saw it back in the 90s, I remember seeing these cars in person. I said, wow, this is really going to be the good future for Alfa Romeo. These cars are going to be a home run. They didn't probably sell as they wanted it to, because a lot of people always, have that, oh, it looks too futuristic. It looks like a car from another world. But we gotta get modern, people. We gotta get modern. We gotta welcome new models and new generations. And I think that was a big problem when it happened with Alfa Romeo, especially the 145. It was not accepted as, probably because the Alpha 33, the one before, it was a lot more reserved. It was more like a squarish. It was very good looking, but it was a lot more reserved. From the Alpha 33 to the Alfa Romeo 145, 146, that was a big jump to me. All right, let's talk about engines between the 145 and the 146, because the info follows for both of them. You have a 1.4, a 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, and a 2.0. Now, some of them are boxer flat four, and the other ones are twin spark floor. And also, you got diesel engines. You got a 1.9 turbo diesel. All of these cars are four cylinders. Remember, this is still considered a small family car, small hatchback, small three door or five door hatchback. So it's a small vehicle altogether. Transmission on these cars only came as a five speed manual. So unfortunately, no automatics were offered. That's a bummer. That's a big bummer. Alfa Romeo was not selling cars when this car came out, and that would have been a big bummer for their brand. Because in North America, automatics, you have to offer them. There's a big chunk of people that do not like stick shift, do not like the speed, changing gears, and they just want they rather have an automatic. So that would have been a big burden for them. Now, talking about this diecast, boy, it looks the same as it looks in real life. Let me tell you about the 145. It's not an easy model to find as a diecast. Pego, which is the brand that makes this diecast, is a very small brand. It only makes not too many models. And if I'm not mistaken, they only make Alfa Romeo diecast. And they are the only ones that my knowledge that makes the 145. I don't know why. I guess Pego had a contract with Alfa Romeo. Some of these brands they want to make sure they don't have no competition. And Pego said we may be small, but the few models that we have, we're gonna make sure that we are covered. So for me to find this model, it took me quite a few because I was finding there's another Pego 140 Alfa Romeo 145 that is more of like the racy type. I think it has no back seats. And I didn't like that. I like the more the street car, the one that we know in the streets. Sometimes those racy looking cars that are I'm not too fond of it. I like to keep it more like the real car that we used to see every day on the streets. All right, guys, I'm gonna let it go around a few times, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So, what do you guys think about this nice looking Italian hatchback from the 90s? Do you remember them? Have you seen them in person? Were they sold in your country? Because that's the question that I would love to know. I know these cars probably were not worldwide. I do remember seeing them in South America, I have to say. So we're not so neglected after all. But I do remember seeing them in South America, and I think was a very attractive looking car when I saw it, like I mentioned before. All right, guys, don't forget to, like I said, comment below where you guys are from, and if you like the car. Don't forget to give me a beautiful thumbs up that I always appreciate. Thank you so much. I always say it because I'm always very thankful of all the comments that you guys do and all these support that you guys show me. I really, really appreciate that. Don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button that will remind you when I'm posting more videos. And share the video with your friends, family, people that you may know that like diecast or resin models. The more the merrier. All right, everyone. Take care of yourselves more than ever, and goodbye.